My fiance refused to include my brother in our wedding, so I told him that my brother was more important than him and that I was calling off the wedding. My parents died in a car accident when my brother was 5. After the accident I was destroyed and devastated, but I had to pull myself together to be there for my brother. In the following month, I buried my parents. With the help of my aunt and uncle, I applied for guardianship of my brother. It took about 7 months before I was approved. I had to get a stable job, which I did, proper housing for me and my brother, which I did by using money from my inheritance to buy a house and other little things. But in the end I got my guardianship of my brother. It was hard at first working while looking after my brother. It's easy now, but there are still ups and downs. But I would do it all over again for my brother. I met my fiancé when I was at a gathering and we just clicked. After 3 months of dating he proposed to me. At first I said no because I still have my brother to take care of, but after thinking I said yes and we agreed to wait until we were financially stable. I'm currently 2 months pregnant with my first child. In the beginning of this year we wanted to tie the knot since I was pregnant because I didn't want my baby to be born out of wedlock, and we started the preparations and the wedding is happening in October. But from what happened last week, Saturday night, it looks like there isn't going to be a wedding. There were many issues where we fought and resolved. For example, the wedding date. The date my fiancé wanted for the wedding was on my brother's birthday. I had a problem with that. I wanted to throw my brother a big party because he is turning 14. So I offered the week after, in which we argued and he even ran to his mother to try to convince but I stood my ground, stating my brother's birthday is important to me and him. There was a little more fighting but we ended up coming to a resolve. Then there were the roles I wanted my brother to play in my wedding. At first I offered my brother to be his best man, but he said he wanted his best friend. I said okay. Then I said ring boy. He would hold the rings on a little pillow and bring it up to us, but James said he wanted his nephew. I said okay and left it. Saturday morning I was watching this TikTok video where the bride asked her male best friend to her man of honor, and I thought it was sweet, so I decided to bring it to him when he came home. I was in the kitchen while my brother was at sleepover at his friend's house that Saturday night. As he entered a set, I said, I have the perfect role for Matt. I told him I thought he could be my man of honor. And then both wedding parties then coming out as couples, they can come out as singles. He said, what? Man of honor, or I will call it my brother of honor. It would be lovely. He then asked me, but I thought you wanted my sister to be your maid of honor, so that can't work. I told him I never agreed to this. And what about my brother? I want him to play some role in my wedding, and I was shocked when he said I was thinking he could be a guest and sit in the rows. I was completely shocked, like I wanted my brother to be in my wedding and not some side guest. I didn't know what to say. He wanted to put my brother on the sidelines. His whole family was playing some part of the wedding and most of my bridesmaids were his cousins. Only 2 were close friends. But this he couldn't grant me. I stopped what I was doing and told him no, it was my wedding too and I wanted my brother to be my man of honor. And he started that his sister was better and my brother would be guest and he didn't want children in the wedding parties. I completely lost and started arguing with him from one thing to the next. Since Saturday he hasn't come home, only sending his brother to pick up some of his stuff, and his mother and sister have been blowing up my phone. But I'm a selfish woman, and so what if my brother is a guest? So the last time they called was Wednesday night and I went batshit crazy on both of them using language I am not proud of. But I end the call with yes, my brother is more important than him in this wedding if it's happening, and I will never put him in front of Matt. So I'm f***ing sorry, and to let James contact me to talk things out.